What's up, man? Boxing Combo. I have my conclusion. I have my idea on how many pay-per-views this fight can sell. I've been thinking about it. I've been looking at it, and I'm thinking Mayweather Marquez did not sell good in terms of people uh, buying tickets to watch a fight live in the arena, but it did make a lot of great buys on the pay-per-views. It made over 1 million, and 1 million pay-per-views is very impressive. Oscar De La Hoya, Mayweather. Obviously, that it was a very hyped up fight, an incredible big build-up. It was the first 24/7 you ever had for HBO, and De La Hoya being a major uh, figure in the sport. Everybody knows who De La Hoya is. You know, now you have Pacquiao and you have Miguel Cotto. From what I've heard, the fight is already sold out. You know, people are paying lots of money just to be able to be at the hotel and watch the fight on TV. So, you know, I did not expect this extreme hype for the fight because for some reason, when you get real fights, you don't get the real hype. But when you get the real hype, you don't get the real fight. You know what I'm saying? Especially you boxing fans know what I'm saying. For this fight, it's the real fight, and we're getting the real hype. And I expect this fight to do or break records. I expect this fight to do over 2 million views. I expect it to break the De La Hoya and Mayweather record, which is, I think, the most sold pay-per-view, till date. You know, you had the Mike Tyson and Lewis, you had the Felix Chito Trinidad versus De La Hoya, you had Mayweather versus Oscar De La Hoya, and now I think Pacquiao being a huge superstar in the Philippines, being so many Philippine people in the Philippines being fans, Americans of Philippine descent being fans. Um, you have a country like Puerto Rico that is not nearly as big as the Philippines, but it's a country where we all like the sport of boxing. And when you have a small country, but they all like one sport, it's still huge support. And then you have a lot of Americans of Boricua descent in the States and all around the world that are probably going to want to buy the pay-per-view or go to see the fight live. So I think I honestly believe this fight has everything it needs to be, or it has everything it needs to break records, to make it be the best pay-per-view selling event of all time, till now, obviously. And whatever comes next, comes next. But for now, I think this fight could just break records. I honestly think that it could break the amount of pay-per-view buys of De La Hoya and Mayweather. I believe it has the potential to do that, and honestly, as a boxing fan, think it can. Because, like I said, the Mayweather and De La Hoya was a hype fight, but didn't really meet to its expectations. But now this fight, I honestly think is going to meet to its expectations. Not talking about whoever wins. If Cotto wins, it's going to be big. Pacquiao wins, it's going to be big. Anyway, we're going to get a fight. And I believe that is the reason this fight is going to sell more pay-per-views than any fight in history. So let's see if that happens. That's my prediction on that. And I have some more predictions, some more up and coming fights, and some more to talk about this fight in specific. And Odin, my homie. Let's see if I can see it here real quick. I want to give a real quick shout out to my boy Odin422. He said big congrats, bro, because I had a baby girl, and I just heard he has a baby girl. So congratulations, man. I wish I had a tobacco here so I could pass it over to you. And Roscoe 222, he said, I hate to say it, bro. Manny's going to beat my boy Cotto. You know, it's even here, even here. You know, oh, Ashy Knuckles, what's up? He was giving me a shout out. A lot of great, you know, homies. The final round one, which I, you know, it's a Dragon style. Shout out also. Um, just, you always have to remember, Puerto Rico is a boxing country. So don't think just because just because Cotto is from Puerto Rico, that everyone here is actually rooting for Cotto. You have to understand we're a country. We know boxing. We love boxing. We understand boxing. And just because the fighter is from Puerto Rico, it doesn't mean we're saying he's gonna win. We could be rooting for Cotto. It doesn't mean we're saying he's gonna win. Honestly, I work at a barbershop, so I'm talking to a lot of people on a daily basis. And what I can tell you this. Puerto Rico is actually divided on the people who think Cotto's going to win. I think we have 50-50 people, you know, we have half. I think the island is actually divided in half of the people who think Cotto's going to win and on the people who think Pacquiao's going to win. So, you know, honestly, Puerto Rico, this is not a biased country. If you come to this country and you talk boxing here, this is not a biased country in terms of boxing. I can tell you, man, I've been watching TV, I've watched news, I'm a barber, I'm working with people all the time. Different, you know, I have 100 people coming into the barbershop all the time. The country is divided on thoughts of who's going to win. I think it's like 50-50 here in Puerto Rico. Half of the people here in Puerto Rico think Cotto's going to win, and the other half thinks that Pacquiao's going to win. But, you know, my opinion, y'all know I gave you that on the other vid. I think Cotto's going to win. If he wins by knockout, if it goes to decision, I think Pacquiao's going to win because the whole cartel is there for Pacquiao. I think he's going to win anyhow by any means necessary in terms of judges, in terms of referee, and in terms of promoter, and in terms of who can get bigger fights is obviously going to be Manny Pacquiao. So if it goes to decision, I know and I think, and obviously to me, he's going to win. But I think Cotto can win this fight by knockout. Like I said, I'm a big fan of both fighters. May the best man win. And what I'm predicting here is going to be record-breaking sales in terms of pay-per-view. And I hope it is, man. Boxing combo. I hope I haven't passed the 10-minute mark. Y'all know.